Hello TV fans and welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today I'm going to be talking about Apple TV Plus's new mystery comedy, High Desert. While we anxiously await seeing Patricia Arquette in the second season of Severance, which is sadly now delayed, does her new starring vehicle deliver the goods? Let's talk about it. High Desert follows Peggy, an on-again, off-again addict who decides to make a new start after the death of her beloved mother, with whom she lived in the small desert town of Yucca Valley, California, and she makes a life-changing decision to become a private investigator. This journey brings her into the world of art counterfeiting, a dangerous hit family, terrible boob jobs, a tanning salon sex club, a con man self-help guru, and a missing mob wife. But will Peggy be able to stay sober long enough to solve any of these crimes? Going into High Desert, I have to admit that I was already a little biased towards enjoying my time with it. This is because I have always been a huge fan of Patricia Arquette. From her time on serial drama Medium, her standout role in True Romance, her Oscar-winning turn in Boyhood, all the way to her advocacy work. I absolutely love Arquette. But there was this sinking feeling I had when watching the trailer for High Desert that it almost looked like a copycat of Rian Johnson's Peacock series Poker Face that literally just came out at the beginning of the year. We have a down-on-her-luck, self-titled gumshoe traversing the American West, running into random mysteries and kooky characters, all while traveling in an iconic vehicle. But I'm happy to report that even though the setup does sound the same, and I do think Peggy from High Desert and Natasha Lyonne's Charlie from Poker Face are certainly kindred spirits, the similarities end there. While Johnson's series was meticulous in execution and very much so set up in a mystery of the week kind of way, High Desert is like the hot mess, drugged up stepsister of that show that is still discovering what all of its mysteries entail by its season 1 finale. Now, that might sound like a bad thing, and in some ways it is, but it's also a highly enjoyable, no fucks given kind of show that is just as refreshing as it is frustrating. The biggest praise I can heap onto High Desert and why it is 100% worth watching is, you guessed it, Patricia Arquette's performance. This is the actress like you have never seen her before. Many of her more recent roles have Arquette playing more subdued or grounded characters, but in this series, she is allowed to completely let loose and let her freak flag fly. Her Peggy is an endearing mess who struggles with her pill popping and holding down a job, but her enthusiasm on life and making the best out of bad situations makes her a character easy to root for. I've also really never seen Arquette tackle comedy in this way since possibly True Romance, but she is absolutely hilarious in this role. Her comic timing is impeccable, and her chemistry with the ensemble cast provides some of the most rewarding laugh out loud humor in television so far this year. Speaking of the rest of the cast, there is an abundance of riches when it comes to the performers in all of the supporting roles populating this world. There's Everybody Loves Raymond's Brad Garrett as Peggy's PI boss, Christine Taylor as her reluctant sister, Matt Dillon as her incarcerated husband, I May Destroy You's Warucha Opia as her wine-loving best friend Carol, Rupert Friend as woefully incompetent Guru Bob, and the legendary Bernadette Peters as her dead mother. This ensemble cast really elevates the material at every turn, and the part that they play in all of the interweaving mysteries allows for great character development in every episode. As I said before though, High Desert can be a mess. And while the characters keep you watching, sometimes all of the mysteries at play can get a little muddled. Each subplot is intriguing enough, and the show does make for a fantastic binge, but sometimes I wish the writers were able to rein in all of the events that they had already set into motion. Because there is a lot going on in this show, and sometimes it feels a little overwhelming for no reason. The worst feeling is when you can sense that the writers of a series don't have a handle on all of their storylines. You hope and pray that they are able to bring everything full circle rather than letting the show go completely off the rails. And unfortunately for High Desert, the season finale really let down the rest of what the writers had built before it. Now, I won't give away any spoilers, but this was truly one of the most unsatisfying season finales I have seen in quite some time. A good way to close your first installment of episodes is to tie up enough loose ends to make it feel gratifying, but also have at least one good cliffhanger to keep you salivating for more. With High Desert, unless Apple is keeping a secret final episode hidden from critics, there is not a single storyline that finds any fulfillment, and I was left shaking my head in annoyance. In a world where it takes multiple years to get a new season from your favorite show, I needed more from that final episode. Even so, I do think High Desert is an absolute blast. It might be way too quirky for some viewers. It does come from the director of the Meet the Parents and Austin Powers franchises, if that helps you understand the tone a little bit more. But even if it might not all come together, the side-splitting comedy and getting to spend time with these outrageous characters, especially Patricia Arquette's Peggy, is worth the journey alone. Let's just hope if High Desert does get renewed, the writers are able to find a bit more focus and tighten things up next time around. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. What are your thoughts on High Desert? What is your favorite Patricia Arquette performance or movie or TV show? Sound off in the comment section down below. And until next time, my friends, take care.